Today is June the 3rd, 2025. This is Carmen bringing you your daily Bloodborne Remaster update. We don't have any news on a Bloodborne Remaster today. We have some Souls news. Basically, they said, hey, Night Rain sold like 3 million copies or whatever. So we're going to release a duo mode sometime in the future. And we are also going to release an update that just adds harder versions of the Night Lords. I'm assuming it's like, inner bosses. Hopefully it just makes the bosses like accessible to fight. Like you can just pick them at round table and fight them. I would do that. We'll get to Night Rain in a second. So that's cool. It'll get updates. They need to add a lot more content though before it's even worth the $40 price tag. I would say this was either a free-to-play game or a $20 game. Like I don't think this was not $40. But anyways, as far as gaming news goes, they announced a state of play for tomorrow. PlayStation is doing a show tomorrow at, I think it's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We know Final Fantasy is going to be there because people have been saying it on Twitter. And we know that God of War is going to get a new game announced tomorrow. Apparently it's a 2.5D Metroidvania style game. I don't know what this is. I heard people compare it to Prince of Persia, which means I will definitely not play it. But sure, whatever. Let's see here. We have the Summer Jeff Fest coming up on Friday, and then we have the Xbox show on Sunday. We'll see what comes at the PlayStation show tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll stream it. Who knows? We'll see. I should have an early day at work tomorrow, so I'll be able to maybe stream it and react to it. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. So I guess, The Witcher 4. Let's go over this. The Witcher 4 gameplay looks really good. It's in-engine footage. It's a tech demo, and it looks very, very good. And I will say, don't expect the final game to run like this. Not because I think that CD Projekt Red is trying to BS you. It's just a lot easier to render a game and make it look really pretty when it's 1/100th of the size of the final product. So don't expect it to look this good on the final build of the game. It's probably not going to happen. So let's go ahead and talk about Night Rain, because I tried to stream that again today with the single player update, and I've just had a couple of little realizations with the game. So I will not be continuing my stream playthrough of Night Rain. I just won't do it. And there's a few things to go over here. First of all, this game is aggressively not for me. It is the antithesis of everything I like in the Souls games. It is a quick 5 minutes of fun game that you just boot up, play, stop for the day, just a short little session. That's not what I like. I like the Souls games for their length and all the freedom that it gives you. I like the RPG aspects and being able to take my time and build up my character in the ways that I want. Night Rain just kind of encourages you to speed through it very, very quickly. Just not something I enjoy. Speed blitzes the bosses. I always say, despite the fact that I made a 5-hour boss ranking video, bosses are one of the lower things on the totem pole for me. I put in 5th places to things I like most about Souls games. So it's just, not something. The boss rush aspect of it doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. And also the roguelike elements. I don't like roguelikes. I find the repetition extremely boring. And the only roguelike I have ever played in my entire life was the God of War Ragnarok DLC, because it was only a couple hours long. That is the only roguelike thing I've done at all. Played it long enough to beat it, get all the trophies for it, and I was done with it, and I never went back to it. Roguelikes I don't think are fun. Again, it's not for me. And that's just the thing with Night Rain. It is aggressively not for me. Not to mention, it is multiplayer focused. Multiplayer from software games is something I never really have done more than a handful of times. I would say I have done less than 10 multiplayer sessions. Across my thousands of hours in the entire series, I have done less than 10 multiplayer sessions in From Software games. Just not something I like to do. And it's just, I view multiplayer in From Software games like you could view torrent combat or underwater combat from Elden Ring and Sekiro, in that it's there, it's barely functional on the best of days, you would never use it for anything, it is completely just bleh. It doesn't matter, doesn't need to be there, and it should never be really focused on in any meaningful way whatsoever. And that is kind of what we got with Night Rain. I would say that this is obviously of the 8 or 9 Souls games now. What is it? It's 3 Dark Souls games: Demon Souls, Sekiro, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and Night Rain. So yeah, 8. Of the 8 Souls games, this is easily the worst for free. Because it's not a real Souls game. It's just not. And Duskbloods won't be either. But I will say, if they were going to make a multiplayer game, I'm glad it was with Night Rain, because it's better to do an asset flip than it is to waste a really good concept and a really good idea on an 8-player multiplayer game when your netcode is just from 2009, okay? Looking at Duskbloods here, okay? So I will not be continuing this game. I will pick it up again on PC if there is a mod that just allows you to boot it up and fight the Night Lords. The 8 Night Lords look good. They look cool. I want to fight them, but I'm not going to play Night Rain to do it. If they add a mode, you know, with the inner bosses, the inner Night Lords or whatever, it just allows you to pick them and fight them from round table. I'll play it on PS5 and do that, because I do want to fight these bosses. But again, I'm not going to play a bad game to do it. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to play a shitty game just to fight 8 bosses. It's not going to happen. So yeah, as a whole, this is a clunker for sure. And apparently Night Rain has like technical issues on PC, which is every FromSoft release. You know, FromSoft, I feel like this game in particular really showed that it doesn't matter what FromSoft puts out, they're never going to get heavy criticism for it. It's kind of like Nintendo. You know, Nintendo will never get heavy criticism for anything on the technical side. Neither will From Software. You know, people calling for crossplay in Night Rain, it's just not going to happen. I don't think FromSoft has the technical know-how to implement crossplay. I don't think they do. It's, you know, we love From Software for a lot of things. Technological competency is not one of them. It's just not. It's just not. They've been using the same engine since 2009. They're using the same netcode. They're using the same systems. And that's because they don't know anything different. And that's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, as a whole, I'm not going back to Night Rain. I know people will love it. From my perspective, Night Rain is a game for the shills who will just love anything that comes from Software. Nothing wrong with that. You like it, sure, fine, play it, whatever. I don't like it. But for me, it's a game for the shills. That's all there is to it. So I'm not going to play it. We'll see. I regret that I bought it. Whatever. I gave my $40 to Big Mike. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to cut this off here. Just, you know, making this longer to say that I'm not playing Night Rain. Just not going to happen. I'll find something to stream sometime. I don't know what I'll do. I could just stream the whole series again. I really could. Just play all of them again, but I don't know if I'll do that. I'll think of something. You know, I want to stream because I do like streaming. It's just more fun than making videos. Because it's you know, it's in the moment. It's more enjoyable, and I don't have to spend 40 hours editing something. So yeah. Anyways, I'm out of here. There's no news on a Bloodborne Remaster today. State of Play coming up tomorrow, though. That's been your daily Bloodborne Remaster update for June the 3rd, 2025.